All right. Uh, Hi. So, first things first, survive the ghost show or the ghost investigation, I should say. It was pretty crazy. Pretty cool actually. Highly recommend anybody go through something like that. It's a once in a lifetime experience. Well, you can, I guess, do it many times in a lifetime, but the first time is always the most memorable of anything. And then last night was my first time doing it. So I recommend it. Let's go down a little more here. Oh yeah. Second thing, I built a desk today. Was supposed to build a desk yesterday, but all the parts didn't come, and I had to go hunt ghosts. Um. So yeah. Anyways, so yeah. I also DJ'd for 3.5 hours today. I think that's something I'm gonna do every day. At least have one creative thing that I could talk about that I did. I DJ'd. I don't hate DJing. I just don't consider myself a DJ. It was interesting though. We were celebrating the 6 month mark for the NFT 365 podcast. So that was cool. I was broadcasting good vibes. Um, and that was fun. Did that for 3.5 hours today. Um, while I built a desk, actually, towards the end, I was building a desk in between songs. um, I'm like stuck. I'm stuck. But tonight around 10:27 p.m., I think, the lunar eclipse began. So apparently, if you believe in all this stuff, the lunar eclipse that started tonight at 10:27 is supposed to open a powerful, complex and chaotic portal um, of deep trauma healing energy. I'm just reading this from a post. It's a rare cosmic event, and it provides us necessary chaos to break free from that keeps us stuck in a place. And while I'm about believing any of that, I do believe like if you will something to happen or put your energy towards something, you can make crazy things happen. And I definitely feel like I've been stuck. And I'm ready to get out of it. So this basically tells you how to open the door for the universe to grant you the life you deserve. So I'm going to read this. It starts with aligning your life purpose. In order to discover it, simply do this. Choose your zodiac sign and your date of birth. You will receive a detailed astro reading that will allow you to have. Nope, not going to do it. Wants me to click on a link. See, it's all bullshit. But I've had this weird The past week has been really freaking weird for me. I've really felt stuck. I've been trying to keep myself busy. But I feel like low energy. I've gotten a lot done this week, but I've really felt low energy all week, which I hate feeling low energy because I am not a low energy human. So I'm ready to snap out of that, and I do think this opportunity that I'm trying to get, that I'm waiting to hear next steps, that hopefully I'll hear next week, because like low key that's like stressing me out, even though I'm trying not to think about it. On a positive note, I found my drone batteries. I should say Boo Boo found my drone batteries. This is a bummer though. If anybody has these batteries and knows the trick to this, the only one that's charging is the one I've been using. So I'm wondering if the ones that I lost and haven't charged in months are just dead. Because I know lithium batteries sometimes do that. Really gonna bum me out if I found 3 batteries that I haven't had for almost a year and I can't use any of them. I've tried charging them. Nada. So we'll see what happens there. But yeah. So let's see if I can plug them in right now, actually. We'll see if I can get a charge. Yeah. What I need to do. So I got this desk set up. I need to flip this desk around, which I'll either do late tonight or first thing tomorrow. There's just so much involved in unplugging and resetting that back up. So I'm like dreading it, but I need to do it. So I'm going to do it. And I'm thinking about just saying screw it and getting it done tonight. It's almost midnight, though. Anyways. What else happened in the world? I got nothing. So the ghost stuff last night. I don't know how I feel. I went on a ghost investigation. Going into it, I don't know if I've explained this before, but maybe that's what I'll spend the rest of the time talking about. Devin watches all these ghost shows, right? Like Ghost Hunters and Paranormal and Caught on Tape and all this. I don't want to say crazy ghost stuff because some of it seems kind of realistic. And I truly believe some of that shit's true. But I do also believe that they over-dramatize the hell out of it. So, I don't know. It seems a little hokey with a lot of it. But I also know I've been scared shitless in a house and felt shit. Not like touch or like, but I feel energy. I'm very much an energy person. If I meet somebody new, I can get vibes, right? Like walk into a room, get vibes. Same thing. You don't have to be living for energy. And the place we went to last night, I think it was 300 some years old, almost 400 years old. Old as shit. And it was kind of, what do they call it? Not a hotel. I can't remember the term they used, but it was a place where people would come and stay for, they'd come stay for a night or come stay for weeks at a time or maybe even months or years. On the oldest street in St. Augustine, which is the oldest city, the first city in the country. Oldest shit. So a lot of different, I'm trying to think of the term, but I'm not going to be able to remember the term. So it was really cool and creepy. I will say the one thing I thought that was going to happen, the person leading the investigation, I thought it was going to be really hokey like the shows. It wasn't. She was actually very I don't know the term to describe her. But like she wasn't like blowing smoke up your ass. She was saying we may see stuff, we may not. And apparently, which I didn't, last night was a full moon after Friday the 13th. It was a Saturday. And beforehand, I was like, full moon. That's cool shit. That means we're going to see some shit. But apparently, for those of you that don't know about paranormal activity, a full moon means the opposite. I don't understand it, but it does not mean that there's a lot of paranormal activity on a full moon. Because they apparently don't like dealing with crazy living people. But whatever. So we did the stuff that we normally do for the investigation, which was kind of cool. Like we went into the living room and sat in a semicircle. It wasn't like seance stuff, but there was like people hanging out in a circle on the floor, just talking to ghosts. And like they had, I can't remember the instruments they used. There's like an old instrument. Damn it. Now I gotta look this up. There's an instrument that they used where like it's like a antenna instrument. Theremin. Yes. It's a theremin. And like it's like this rod. It's like an antenna. Looks like an antenna. But it only makes noise when you put your hand near it or you touch it. It's the only time it makes noise. So they put that in the room. And the idea is they ask a ghost to go near it or touch it, and it makes noises. And as you get near it. There was a little girl named Madison that apparently liked this Raggedy Andal. They brought it Raggedy Andal. Creepy as shit in an old house anyways. But they would ask her if she wanted to play with the doll, if she could move the doll, like all these weird things. And like half of me's like, but then half of me's like, okay. They brought out this thing called a spirit box or a voice box. And it had all these weird sounds coming out of it that you can make out words every once in a while. They would ask questions. Some of the words would coincide with the questions. And it's like a little hokey, but it's also like parties, like it could be. A lot of people went through that place. A lot of energy. That's the one thing I will say. I felt energy the entire night. Now, that just might be in my head because of the situation. Sure. But it was different energy in every room. And there's this one thing they do called scrying. Let me look up the definition for scrying. It's called mirror scrying. Let's see if I can find a scrying definition. The practice of looking into a suitable medium in the hope of detecting significant messages or visions. So they had these old antique mirrors. One mirror that had been there like a couple hundred years. The mirror that had been there a couple hundred years was freaking huge. It was like 9 feet tall, 3-4 feet wide, and it was in the master bedroom. And I guess you sit in front of the mirror and you stare at yourself. Now, I did this in like 4 different rooms throughout the place. And there's no electricity. There's no plumbing in this house. So everything's pretty dark. But there's like light from the courtyard. So there's just enough light to kind of see what's going on because your eyes adjust pretty quick. But it's still creepy as shit. And when you're looking in these mirrors, you just stare at yourself. And some crazy shit happens. I did not take any mushrooms, did not smoke any weed, didn't do anything. Except eat some banging chicken parm before we went. But shit happened. Like my face changed into a completely different face. No lie. Devin's face, like I was standing behind her when she was scrying at one point, and I saw her entire face turn into this black mass, which is crazy because it sounds so hokey when I talk about it, but there's an app that just brings up random words that apparently the spirits are putting in this thing, and one of the words that kept coming up was black mass, and it was a theme throughout the night. And yeah, like all this could be dismissed. I get it. Like, and most people listening to this are probably rolling their eyes. But to be there in the moment at that place, in that location with the history, like, it's cool. There's a lighthouse. It's supposed to be one of the most haunted places in the country. The St. Augustine Lighthouse. We're going to go do that one at some point. It's a fun date night. I'm definitely not become a ghost hunter. I brought my H4n Pro, and I literally recorded audio the whole night. So I have about 4.5 hours worth of audio. I'm not going to sit here and listen to that whole 4.5 hours. But there's a couple points throughout the night that I was like, there's probably some shit going on that it's like picking up. So I recorded myself scrying on the big mirror, so that'll be interesting to see if anything shows up. The one thing I will show you, and I'll end it with this because it'll probably be close to 20 minutes when I'm... So I said that I was standing behind Devin at one point, right? And her whole face went black. So I got a picture of it. Here, I'll just send this to the computer so I can like show it. So I was standing behind her and I took this photo. And there's a couple things. Like, my biggest thing was like, holy shit, like, the shadow, the reflection, creepy as shit. Hold on. Okay, so this is the photo. And my thing is... shit, hold on. My thing is, alright, so... this reflection is creepy as shit, right? Like, it's got some weird hair. Um, it's got weird hair. She didn't have her hair like that. Neck is super thin, and it's just pitch black. And it almost looks like she has some dress on, some like weird shoulder poofy dress thing. So that was creepy. Also, if you look here, what the fuck is that? Excuse my French, but what the f? There's something here. Somebody's like looking. That's weird. Right? This is just I didn't even notice this at first because I was too busy like being freaked out by this. Like I saw this in real life. It was weird. And it wasn't like that the whole time. You could like see her reflection. Now, it may be some crazy mirror. I doubt it. But yeah. That kind of creepy shit happens. Anyways. So yeah, that was my investigation. Ghost investigation. You should check it out. I'm done. We're over 20 minutes. It's been real. It's been fun. Day 28? Day 28? Let's see. Hold on. Day 28. That's crazy. Deuces. Hopefully next time you see me, I'll be facing the other way. I don't know what that's going to look like. I hope it's not bad because that's going to be the way. If I spend time to turn this around, I ain't turning it back. Or maybe I will. I don't know. We'll figure it out. See you tomorrow. Peace.